Dirty people of the internet, welcome to Mom's Basement, from where I bring you another Destiny 2 build video. A Warlock build raining fire upon his enemies with unlimited grenades, unlimited super energy, okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration here, crazy big ass Warmind explosions, all this and more in DirtyHotte's first ever PvE build video, which is definitely a must see, as all my videos are. And always remember folks, like, subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated and help me out, cause for every like, Mom gives Dirty a cookie. Moreover, if you are interested to seeing me live, coming to you from Mom's Basement, make sure to drop by my Twitch channel where I stream every Tuesday and Thursday. You will find the links in the description and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And now let's get this build video started, folks! Okay, dirty folks, you are still with me? Great, amazing, awesome. This video will be a bit different as this build offers a lot of synergies. So we will go through this build step by step and create a nice little cheat sheet on the way, so that when this video is finished, you have the full build with all synergies shown on only one slide. Isn't that beautiful? So during this video we will go over weapons, abilities and synergies, and finally the armor mods I'm gonna use. We will talk briefly about stats, but I think it all makes more sense when you see it. So let's get started with the actual build. So let's start with the guns we're gonna use, folks. And I started off with that beautiful 7 Seraph Officer Revolver. The roll is pretty decent, I'd say. Tactical mag, 4th times the charm, and Feeding Frenzy, which might be a little bit counterproductive. But yeah, it's pretty good. And we will mainly use that one to be able to spawn WARMIND cells with that gun. That's the base here. In combination to the 7 Seraph Revolver, we are using a 7 Seraph Saw in the heavy slot, which again lets us spawn WARMIND cells, beautiful people. And you will understand that later in the build, right? That is even more amazing than it already sounds. So my 7 Seraph roll is pretty decent, I'd say. Extended barrel, armor piercing rounds, Zen Moment, which really helps this gun out, and Warpole weapon. I also used the boss spec mod, but that's kind of personal preference or up to you. Next up on our list are the exotic guns we gonna use. So the first one we gonna use is Skyburner's Oath, because in the new season this gun really shines in the new battleground activities. As you can see, you have for the Empire trait. This weapon is full auto and does extra damage to Cabal and penetrates phalanx shields, which is really amazing during the battlegrounds. Moreover, it's a scout rifle, which will help us with champion modifiers, because this season we get the shield penetration mod for scout rifles from the seasonal artifact. And this little point brings us to my second exotic weapon, which you can switch out as needed, because instead of the Skyburner's Oath, you can also run Ticuu's Divination, however it's pronounced. The new exotic bow. And why is that an option? Because then we can run the seasonal artifact mod against overpowered champions. So depending on activity and champion modifiers, you can just switch the exotic gun in your energy slot and you're set to go. And now there's one little detail about Ticuu's Divination and Skyburner's Oath, because both are solar damage and both offer explosions to kill folks. And that brings us to our first column of DirtyHotte's Raining Fire build cheat sheet. So as we said, you can see it here in the middle. For guns we are using 7 Seraph Revolver and the 7 Seraph Machine Gun. This combination gives us first a way to spawn WARMIND cells. Using the hand cannon also makes use of the seasonal artifact mod to stagger champions. Now comes the interesting part. Our two options for the energy slot. Skyburner's Oath on top, which is my preferred one if possible, and Ticuu's Divination as second option. Let's just show the modifiers. Bam bam, here they are. Overshield and overpowered mods are available for these two guns from the seasonal artifact. Wonderful. And now we're getting interesting, folks. We're getting interesting. Because we will add to our loadout the Wrath of Rasputin mod, which makes both of these guns, Ticuu's Divination and Skyburner's Oath, also create WARMIND cells. Yes, they can, and yes, it's amazing. And now you might say, yeah, that makes totally sense, that's kind of obvious, dirty, and that's beautiful and all, that's really nice. But it's getting even better, folks. It's getting even better, so stay with me. Now we're coming to the subclass we're using. We will be running for this build Top 3 Dawnblade. Yes, we will be running Top 3 Dawnblade in PvE. And I show you in a second why. So that's the solar subclass, and we're gonna use the first grenade here, the solar grenade, which continuously damages enemies trapped inside. For the build, what's also useful is Celestial Fire, which gives us the well-known ranged melee. Winged Sun, which is important later because airborne final blows extend the effects of heat rises and grant melee energy. Melee energy is needed to have more Celestial Fire. Beautiful. Then we have Icarus Dash, our mid-air dodge, which is a nice movement ability. And we have Heat Rises. Consume your grenade to extend glide time and improve in-air accuracy. Beautiful. And if you listen careful, you heard that one before, because Heat Rises helps you to fight from the air, and Winged Sun will grant you melee energy when you get final blows from the air, which is a nice synergy here. So that's basically the subclass we're gonna run and the abilities it offers. And now let's look again on our cheat sheet. So we're back at column number 1 with all the guns and all the ways all of these guns can spawn WARMIND cells already. And as we're using Wrath of Rasputin, solar splash damage final blows have a chance to create WARMIND cells. You might guess it already. This means our solar nade also creates WARMIND cells. Isn't that beautiful? That is really great. But now comes the really nice stuff, guys and girls. Because that point brings us to our exotic armor we will be using. And that are the Sunbracers. And let me read that out for you. Increases the duration of solar grenades. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time. Oh, maybe you already guessed where we are heading. So let's just go back to the cheat sheet and let's go through that step by step. This means if we get a kill with Celestial Fire, which is a ranged melee, which is pretty helpful for this build, and that kill combined with Sunbracers will give us unlimited nades for a brief time. I tested it and you can manage to throw around 5, maybe 6 nades. And all of these nades have the ability to again spawn WARMIND cells. And that, ladies and gentlemen, can be a lot of WARMIND cells, let me tell you. And especially in the battlegrounds where you get a feel for where the enemies spawn pretty quickly, it's devastating. Because you're basically lighting up the whole battleground. And that's beautiful. And that's already great. That's already great. It's already amazing. But it continues to get even better. Because here's the next part of Top 3 Dawnblade, which makes this build amazing. Winged Sun, we talked about it before. Airborne final blows extend the effect of heat rise and grant melee energy. Melee energy. The energy you need to trigger Sunbracers and have unlimited grenades again. It's amazing. So let's complete the ability and synergies column here with Heat Rises, so that you can extend your glide time and improve in-air accuracy. And that's basically what you want to do with this build. You can fire some shots from your gun, and when your ability is ready, you use the following circle. Consume Heat Rises first, get in the air, get a melee kill, spam grenades as fast as possible to hit as many folks and enemies there are. And if you spammed all your grenades, you should have get enough in-air kills to repeat the whole process. Obviously, you don't have to consume your grenade again because Heat Rises should still be active. So just get another melee kill and spam grenades again. If you don't have melee energy already, just make a few kills from the air. Skyburner's Oath is perfect for that. And yeah, spam the grenades again. And there you go, full circle raining fire destruction. Here's a little example that shows how I used it in both battlegrounds that are there already. So as you can see, it's amazing, it's great, it's total destruction. The reign of fire of DirtyHotte basically started. The only downside, I have to admit, is that sometimes when you cover everything with solar grenades, it's a bit hard to spot the WARMIND cells, but basically that's the only little downside. So that all said and done and seen brings us to our final column of DirtyHotte's Raining Fire build cheat sheet, the armor mods. And I start on the bottom, and it's basically up to you. But here you can see for the class item, I'm using a Perpetuation, which reduces your class ability cooldown when using your class ability, which is pretty nice, but you can also switch it out for Distribution. Reduces all ability cooldowns when using your class ability near enemies. That might be even better. Then we use WARMIND Protection. You take reduced damage from enemies that are near WARMIND cells, and as already shown, there will be a lot of WARMIND cells because everything we use has the opportunity to spawn WARMIND cells. Next are our leg armor. So basically the middle mods are kind of up to you. I just use Scout Rifle Scavenger when I use Skyburner's Oath to get that extra ammo. And Absolution reduces all ability cooldowns each time you pick up an Orb of Power, because you can never have enough ability energy. And in a fire team there will be enough orbs. For WARMIND Cell mods, I'm using Power of Rasputin. You gain a bonus to weapon damage against enemies that are near WARMIND cells. That's also beautiful for the PvE content. Gives your weapons more bang. And I guess that's something every Guardian can agree on is nice. Next up is my chest armor. I use gun reserve mods. And the important one for you guys is global reach. WARMIND cells you create affect and damage targets at a greater distance, which is amazing because you can clear whole rooms with WARMIND cells, and also your damage buff and protection buffs are way bigger in radius. Then we have a look at our gauntlets. I already said it. We are using the Sunbracers because of the wonderful synergy with this build, with the solar nades and the WARMIND cells. That's really amazing. You have to try it, folks. Let me tell you. So as you can see, we are using the Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle mod when we are using Skyburner's Oath, or we use Overload Bow depending on champion modifiers when we are using Ticuu's bow, and obviously Unstoppable Hand Cannon for our 7th Seraph Revolver to stun those unstoppable champions. And in the last slot we have the oh so important WARMIND Cell mod, Wrath of Rasputin. Solar Splash damage final blows have a chance to create WARMIND cells. This means Skyburner's Oath, the Ticuu's exotic bow, and your solar nades have the potential to spawn WARMIND cells. So have a look here at the cheat sheet. So we are complete. Now you're saying, Dirty, we aren't complete. The helmet is missing. The helmet is missing, Dirty. And I say, yes, you're right. Because here's a little surprise for you. The last piece of the puzzle to DirtyHotte's Raining Fire build. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are the Ashes to Assets mods. Unfortunately, the enhanced version doesn't seem to be in-game anymore. But I just used them double. Yes, there are diminishing returns. No, I can't tell you how much. But having these mods in the helmet, and I try to explain it as simple as possible, means the following. Or it says gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. And that mod on a build based around unlimited nades, where you basically can cover the whole battleground with solar grenades. That thing is filling your super meter like crazy. Super energy for days because you have unlimited nades. One thing I nearly forgot it. I didn't talk about stats. So I say 100 discipline is nice to have, but it's not really needed. All the other stats are kind of up to you, up to personal preference. So now we got our DirtyHotte's Raining Fire build cheat sheet completed. I will also add it in the description of this video. And I tell you, feel free to share this build because it's amazing fun. Yes, and I as a PvP main say that I have fun in PvE with this build. I admit it. I mean, you might have seen pieces of this build here and there in past seasons. But for me, it was really hard to find the perfect PvE build that's quick, easy to put together, and is fun. And that's why I combined different builds and fiddled around with it until I came down with this one. And I thought for PvP folks or other guys that just want an easy to use, easy to understand build that they can just use, I generate that cheat sheet. So you have it all on one glimpse, what you need, how it's played, all the synergies on one glimpse, all the mods on one glimpse, and it still has enough flexibility that you can adjust it to your preferences. So let me know in the comments If you tried this build, let me know what you think about this build. And please folks, please, for this video, make sure you share it, because that Warlock build is really amazing. And I have great fun with it in PvE, which is not normal for me, because I'm a PvP guy. Yeah, but spread the word, spread the love. And if you like this video and want to see more content coming from Mom's Basement to you, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you get notified whenever DirtyHotte brings out some new stuff. So this was it, DirtyHotte's Raining Fire build with the cheat sheet included. Make sure to share it to spread the love. That's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. DirtyHotte out.